my dear Sagittarius. This is a bonus reading for the second half of July 2019 with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. This is a thank you reading since your reading is the fourth most liked reading for July. So thanks to all Sagittarius and all Sagittarius loved ones that gave gratitude for my reading and dedicated themselves to love and spiritual growth. This will be a love reading for Sun, Moon and Rising sign, also Venus. The reading can go both ways. The drama is the same, but it can be different castings to the different roles by the universe. So when I tell you this is you, it can as well be the person or the situation you're dealing with. Use your own intuition and to recognize and determine who is who in this reading. For this reading, I will use the Golden Universal Tarot with Roberto De Angelis, and I will start shuffling your cards. So, my dear Sagittarius, see what's going on for you. We have the High Priest in the reverse. I'm laughing because I have forgotten his name. And we have Nine of Pentacles also in the reversed. So it seems like you want to maybe disengage from your duties. Maybe you feel overwhelmed by all your responsibilities and you just want to have a little quiet time. Okay, so I call the Divine with Love and Light. And here we see the High Priestess in the reverse with the Nine of Pentacles in the upright position. So it seems like you are fed up with some kind of drama. With the High Priest and the High Priestess coming out like this, you're probably dealing with a significant relationship with some person, which your relationship is representative of the path for your spiritual growth, and that means they are your spiritual sadhana. And usually those kind of relationship is kind of can be overbearing at times, and maybe the person doesn't want to commit or you don't want to commit. So there seems there's one person maybe more engaged than the other in this, and if you are not engaged, then it kind of explains these cards that to hell with it, too much drama. But if maybe the other person didn't want to put the work in, maybe you got tired, okay? So you say, okay, I get it. No point in putting in more investments here. I will invest in myself. So, okay. So I call the four archangels in the four corners of the world. And here we have the Chariot in the reversed with the High Priestess in the reversed. It seems like we are stuck here in some way. It might be that you have seen something from a logical angle and decided that, no, this is not a durable road. I can't find my way forward here. The road is blocked, and frankly, I'm not up for it. So that's what I'm feeling here. So maybe you had a dream and now it kind of fades away, or you feel that there's too much work or too much obstacles in your way, and you're listening to your logic. And it's also about being a person that knows their worth, okay? So you don't want to invest in something that's not going to give any reward back. So, 6 elements, earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Sagittarius viewers. So, I want my dear Sagittarius, Magician, Page of Wands, and 3 of... Okay, so it might be that someone is confusing you with their communication. Their not so honest communication. It might be that someone is trying to play you or you are trying to play them. So if you are confused by a situation, this is the reason, okay? So I want you to have love in your life and find yourself in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. So my dear Sagittarius, I will just tune in here for a few seconds to you and this reading. This will be not the usual reading. This will be a little compromised, like little tight relationship reading. Okay, so So this will be your behaviors and attitudes towards them, outcome, and their behaviors and attitudes towards you. And this is your feelings for them, common energies, and their feelings towards you there. And this is what's on your conscious mind when you think about them and the situation, and what's on their conscious mind when they think about you. And we have a Two of Pentacles in the reversed. So again, I see kind of the same scenario. Someone drops the ball on someone. Okay, it was fun for a while to juggle like this and, you know, try to get it to work and try to even out the differences and the different ideas about how the future should look. And maybe you also waited for someone while they were also juggling another person. So it might have been a relationship. If it was a romantic relationship, we usually are not particularly thrilled when there's a third party involvement. So dropping the ball on someone here, it's on the mind of some of you, one of you, okay, in this partner relationship reading. And this is your feelings for them and their feelings for you, and so on. And we have a Ten of Pentacles in the reversed. So it's like a valuable situation between two people where there could have been something beautiful built. But the truth came out, I think. Either someone realized that they have been fooled or manipulated, or that the other person wasn't really taking responsibility for the situation at hand. So it's like a dream that we don't believe in anymore. It's almost like going through the desert and seeing this mirage. And now afterwards we can see, yes, it was just a mirage. So that's what I'm feeling here. I don't think it might be the full truth, but it becomes the truth if we don't have two people needs to invest almost equally in a relationship if there's going to be one, okay? And this is a behavior and attitudes you have towards each other, but also the outcome. And we have a King of Pentacles in the reversed, and the Hangman in the reversed, and the Devil there. So what I'm seeing is probably you are tired of not being a part of their tribe. You are tired of not being important. You have sacrificed everything you wanted to sacrifice, and now you're kind of done. I think you learned a great deal from this situation where maybe this other person lived in their tower, didn't open their door and let you in. It might be that you're dealing with a Capricorn. This is also Capricorn, the Devil here. So it seems like even if they weren't particularly compassionate towards you, something made you stay. Something tied you to this situation. This is a rope. This is a chain. It might have been that you seek love in very strange places, okay? You seek out love where there's no love to be found. And it might be a childhood pattern of yours that indicates that there's some inner child healing work needs to be done. If you are trying to make a person that's incapable to give you of their love, their time and their devotion, to make this person love you, it's probably you're trying to solve old karma or an old pattern with your relationship that might trace back to a past life or your childhood. So you might want to look into that, but I think you have learned a lot about this already, so you can see maybe logically that this is what you do, but maybe you still are more attracted by a person that doesn't give you the time of day than one that would, okay? So I will note a little bit here because I'm pretty sure you got Rihanna's song that's named something that I don't know, but it's, I think, Hopeless Place or something like that. We found love in a hopeless place. Okay. Something else also shifted past, but I have forgotten it already. So, what's on your conscious mind about them? And we have a Four of Swords, so it seems like you're ignoring them and just trying to cut them out of your head and not thinking of them. It might be that you have gone into meditation and spiritual practices, trying to learn something new about how to cool and calm down your mind and not think about the things you don't want to think about. So I'm hearing another song now, but I don't know what it can be. Remember to forget you, I think they are singing. Remember to forget you. Okay. Yes, that can be hard, but it's what you're working on here, it seems. So you're trying to not think about them at all, and I think it's a good thing in this situation. If we tried and we weren't able to make it work, we really gave our all to this, and put our heart on our sleeve and showed all the compassion we were able to show, and threw all our love on them, and still there was nothing that came back. This might be a good approach now when we have realized that there's no use in beating a dead horse. So, like, I'm seeing the hangman that was reversed, and I think you are done with this. You want to sacrifice the situations. Now you're kind of serious with that you want to forget about this person. And this is on their conscious mind about you. And we have the Hermit here. So I get the feeling of loneliness. It's almost like I feel sadness arising in my body. So I'm thinking they are sad and lonely and they wonder where you're at. So, and here you are. So you can see this is a rather interesting scene. You are trying to ignore them and they are wondering where are you? So wouldn't you be here by now, giving them the love that you gave them before? Isn't that what you're supposed to do? Okay. So this is your situation at hand in this relationship, and we have an 8 of Pentacles. So 8 of Pentacles, from a divine point of view, this is progress, okay? You are doing good, you are learning a lot of things, and you're putting what you have learned into practice. So the divine wants to say they're very happy with you, and you are doing good, okay? So every cycle you have been through, when you have done this same crap, kind of being in the same type of relationship, you have learned something, and every of these pentacles becomes better and better and better. So 8s are cyclic, so it's something that you do over and over again. Sometimes it can feel like living the same nightmare over and over again, but yeah, it can be a nightmare, but it's really just there for your education, so that you can learn what it is that you need to learn. And some have harder lessons to learn than others. Doesn't mean that you are sinful or something wrong with you or you have bad karma. It's just that you are a very curious soul and you want to learn great many things while you're here. So maybe you are a little bit too enthusiastic on what you took on, okay? So you decided, I'm going to be a homeless person that's being kicked up and down the street. So that will be interesting to see from their perspective about life and what I can learn from that. And now you're there, you're thinking, why are the divine tormenting me? So, but it's good job. Okay, good job. And in the bottom here, we had this 2 of Pentacles. So I think there was an imbalance before, but I think the balance has shifted, okay? So if there were one person engaging more than the other, that's not the true anymore. That person that engaged a lot is probably not engaging from what we saw here, okay? And the other person is more like, well, thinking about maybe I need to engage. So it's a shift of the balance. We can't change another person. What we can do is change ourselves. If we don't like the game, either we step out of it or we find new rules to the game. New rules. I wanted just one song each for these bonus readings because it looks nice with just one song. It looks, like professional and serious, but Divine isn't professional and serious. Okay, so this is on your emotional level, like your feelings for them. And we have an Ace of Wands here, so there's an interest still. This is fire still burning. As the moment I said that, my light just went out. So, but I'm still going with that there's a light still burning, but maybe not for long, okay? So there's a light still burning in you, but the work that you're doing here with trying to cut them off seems to, with the light, what it indicated, it probably going to pay off, and this sparkling fire is not going to be as sparkling anymore. Maybe it still will, you know. It's just love is forever. It's just the objects that, you know, alters. You had this towards one person, and now you're working with stop thinking of them. So where should you aim your Ace of Wands? Like, you want to aim it somewhere and long for something, have something to dream about, something to build, something to mesmerize about, and dream about the magical future you will have. So it might be a new beginning for you here in feelings, and it's an Ace of Wands, so it's also about strength, maturity, can be aggression as well. So maybe you're pissed off with them, and that's the new feeling. Now when you're not thinking of them, and when you are, something is coming up, arising inside of you about them, maybe it makes you feel pissed off, like, how could I ever have withstanded that kind of treatment? So this is common energy, but we will look into their feelings towards you first. And we have a King of Cups. So we have, this is Virgo, and here you have Scorpio. It might, of course, also be Cancer or Pisces. King of Cups in the reversed. I feel this is a person that's a little bit entitled, with the Hermit on the side here. So where are the love that you used to give me, is this person wondering. And I feel that they are like a little boy and girl that have gone into their room and shut the door, and they said, you are not supposed to follow, with a very convincing voice. But now they're sitting in that room and waiting for you to follow them. So it's like they're waiting for their parents to come and say that they're sorry, even though it might have been this little child doing something that they shouldn't have done, you know, pulling the braids of their sister's hair, or spilling out a vase of flowers, or whatever they did when they played too hard in the living room. But they are sitting there waiting for the apology, because they think that the parents' reaction to this was too much, and that they didn't show unconditional love towards them. So I think this is a person that also have parents' issues, and maybe past life issues of the same. So it doesn't matter how much love you give to this person, they will always crave more, because they think in some way that they are bad people. They kind of know that they aren't bad people, but they like to dwell on that. And it's simple, because oh yeah, I'm such a bad person. If that's your go-to thing, then you don't have any responsibility. So they kind of know that they are not bad people, but they have started to believe in this thing that they have told themselves over and over, that yeah, I'm such a bad person. Of course you need to be mad at me today as well. So this is a little bit tricky situation for this person, but they have to deal with this on their own, is what indicated with the Hermit there. They need to figure it out on their own. I'm hearing melody with that too, so it's the song again. And I guess you can make a playlist out of this. I think you have had it before. It comes a lot right now. Supposedly we are supposed to figure things out without our partner and love ourselves. So this is Without You with Avicii. So make a little playlist. Yeah, okay. And this is your common energies, and it's a Three of Swords in the reverse. So Three of Swords in the reverse, I think it's a good thing, like for those that doesn't want their partner to be tormented, at least. Three of Swords shows that these two people are starting to recuperate from their heartbreak that they might have had when someone dropped the ball on someone here and started to ignore them. So Four of Swords. So I will take oracle cards for your level of healing from this situation. A little bit too many cards. One, they are tricky, these two. So your energy, like how much you have healed, is what I'm asking. And you have playfulness here. Laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together and remember, love is the greatest healer. So I think with the Ace of Wands here, you are starting new projects. You are full of adventure and curiosity about what the future might hold. And you have plans for the future. And you want to play with your new life and the time you have at your disposal to do something fun and adventurous. So you don't look particularly serious when it comes to this love relationship here. It seems like it's not on fully, okay? Probably most of you are not in, you're not talking, or at least showing each other the cold shoulder. And there's other things, I think, that provokes your mind here or makes you want to, makes you feel very positive, curious, positive. So their level of healing, how much have they healed? And we have this, and there's a peace dove there, and they usually stand for healing. And it's a twin flames, your passion ignites. So I think we have a situation here where one was maybe the chaser before in a twin flame relationship. This one, I think. But they dropped the ball on their twin flame and say, to hell with that, I'm a single person now. I don't even have a twin flame, they say. And this person, they probably just realized, well, I can't really stop thinking about this person. I think they are special in some way. I don't understand how. It didn't feel like this before. But they're still brooding there in their room, so they won't come chasing after you anytime soon. So you might as well spend your time in the way that makes you feel happy. So there's a great possibility here, there's great value here, but if it's not acted upon, if this kind of value is not acted upon, it's soon to be ended. It's like food that goes to waste in the refrigerator. So if the work isn't done, it's not done. But I think one person here in this equation have done the work. The other person is maybe not in a situation where they kind of need to heal themselves first before they can open their heart. They're working with their heart chakra. I'm sure they are. Things are starting to awaken there. But maybe it will be too little too late, is what I'm afraid of. So, your behaviors and attitudes towards them. And we have a 10 of Swords in the reversed. So it seems like you're kind of done with them. I'm done getting my body pierced by swords from you, is what I'm seeing here. So it was fun while it lasted, but after 10 swords, I kind of got the point. You don't like me, you don't love me, you don't want a future with me, you don't want to engage in this. So I got the picture. And if it can be the other way around, of course, as well, that this person is so fed up with being accused of all these things I just said. So enough with this already. This will be the outcome. We'll look at this a little bit later. First, we will see their behavior or attitude towards you. And we have a 4 of Wands here. So, yeah, it's the twin flame thing again. I'm a little bit flabbergasted because they are like, well, I thought we were together and you have already kind of moved on. So I don't see the logic here. I think this person might have accused you before for not being logic, and now you're logic as hell, okay? There's all logic here. And this person wonder where all the dreams went, okay? Where did all the flowers go? If you are fond of music, you can put that to the playlist too. I'm not going to do it. Where did all the flowers gone? Long time passing. Yeah, and so they are still, it's still on. The game is on from their point of view. So too late should the sinner awaken. This is what we say in Swedish. I don't know if you have a similar saying in English. And if you have told me before, I don't remember, but too late should a sinner awaken. And I think this is what's happening here. So, and it can be the other way around, of course. This can be the poor victim that, you know, waiting for the long lost love, and they are preoccupied with not thinking about them at all and figuring out their new future. It can be that life can be that cruel. Okay. So, and this is your outcome. And we have the Temperance card. So the divine seems to, you know, go with their story and say, yeah, it's still on. And you say, hell no, it's not on. It's not going to be any on. So I think I will take another oracle. This is a very cute oracle deck. I'll try with this and see if we can get some sense out of the divine here for what they're asking of you. First they say, you know, you need to see through the illusions here. This is not a real love situation, or it's a more situationship than a relationship, so you need to get out of there. And you say, okay, so I'm working my ass off getting out of there, and I'm working on my new beginning. And then something happens here, and the divine says, well, not so fast. We're going to look into this here. So we're going to see your behaviors and attitudes towards them. 10 of Swords in the reversed. Summon courage and self-confidence. Okay, so it's like a battle still on. Competition and self-confidence. You were supposed to be this strong and, you know, care this little for some reason unknown to me at this point. So they wanted you strong and cool as ice. So you could compete with this other person. Summon courage and self-confidence. Draw upon your self-belief and mental stamina. Assert yourself and go after what you want. You need to maintain your position in work, business, sport, or study. In this case, it's in a love relationship. You can't imagine it to be in a love relationship because it looks more like you're supposed to go to war, but okay. Except that there is challenge ahead as you strive against others who ultimately want the same recognition you do. You may feel that you are struggling to keep your head above water as the opposition gains ground, but you are encouraged to defend your position without compromise or negotiation. You need to find the courage, persistence, and determination that will ultimately lead you to victory. I have the competitive edge to overcome my opponents. Okay, so maybe it's not a love relationship, maybe it's co-workers. I see this a lot with co-workers, this can be the case. But if it's a love relationship, I think it's like this. I've said it in earlier readings, it has been on for also the spring, I think. And it's this, that you are supposed to continue swimming and learn everything that you have learned and, you know, excel to new levels. And it's kind of up to the divine and this person here to eventually maybe be able to catch up with you. That's not your responsibility. So just keep on what you're doing and let the divine and this other person handle this situation here. And from their point of view, it's leadership. Set your goals. Okay. So maybe this person have been a little bit, you know, like a person shying away from responsibility like this and putting it all on you. And now they are supposed to go into some leadership role and show what they want. Set your goals. Leadership. It's very similar cards. So I guess this will be a battle to the end. But this person with these kind of cards, they want love. So maybe they are going to take control over this situation. You can master yourself with assertiveness and self-discipline. Take a leading role in this situation, knowing that mind over heart is sometimes necessary when group decisions need to be made. Define your structure, set your boundaries, and focus your attention on achieving your group goals. Stick to your plan and see it through to the end. Your strength of purpose helps you overcome obstacles and achieve the impossible. Expect an opportunity or job promotion with extra responsibilities. This may require letting go of unhealthy choices. I make fair and just decisions. I'm a good leader. So I'm still flabbergasted by this, but it's I think about this song, Uma Thurman with Fall Out Boys. The blood of the lamb is worth 2 lions, but here I am. It's about Uma Thurman, like that kind of woman, and it's a guy very much in love with her and maybe a little bit underneath her boot, I'm not sure. But he knows that he should be in love with this more nice kind of person, but he can't help himself but falling in love with this a little bit more hard ass. So it might be that you needed to become a more of hard ass to actually get this person's attention, but it doesn't seem to be a union. It still seems to be some kind of butting heads here. Okay, so maybe the person wants to come back into union to continue butting heads with you, so you can continue on your spiritual sadhana and you know, realize all the things you were supposed to realize through this relationship, learn everything you were supposed to learn. I don't see peace coming, but great attraction and great determination. It's like a person wants something from you. I ask their behaviors and attitude towards you and the outcome, and it's like they want a relationship with you. So that's what I'm seeing, and you are you're sticking to your guns, so you're not doing anything, no movement towards them, no peace negotiation. You're just focusing on your new playful energy here that you have got from resting from this drama that might have been before. Okay, so my dear Sagittarius, I hope this was helpful to some degree, and that it resonated with your situation, or at least the situation you will have in the end of July. There's a little bit left there, but some of you might, this might be a situation that have gone on for quite some time, and then it's not just, you know, over in a reading. Okay, so I have done a lot of pick a card readings. You can check them out on my channel. If you click the little icon on the channel, they are on the first page there. If you scroll down a little bit, and you can look there and see if you can find more information about this situation, if the readings can help you understand this situation a little bit more, and what you are supposed to do and what you can expect the other person to do. So, and until next time, I will start with the general readings in the middle of July, so it's a week left, and until then, take really good care. So thank you, my Sagittarius. Bye bye.